Hey guys, Drifter here. Today I've got a video for you about the score streaks in Call of Duty Black Ops 3. I am going to be talking about all of the score streaks that I experienced and the overall system. I would like to add a little caveat, a little asterisk here and air quotes. I played a pre-alpha. This is like the earliest build of the game. The score streaks that I'm talking about are subject to being removed, changed, rebalanced, reworked, anything. So this isn't like a guaranteed or confirmed list. This is just my personal experiences. Don't take it as the gospel true. So score streaks return, not kill streaks. Thank goodness. That makes sense. I mean, Treyarch did kind of invent the score streak system, so it pays to play the objective. Objectives going to rack up your score streaks a lot faster, especially killing people off objectives. That works really, really well. They have changed it a little bit from Black Ops 2. You still have the little bar that counts up, but you also have numbers beside it, so you know exactly how many points you need to complete this streak, like to the number, so you know exactly what you need. They did not appear to be customizable. These are not advanced warfare streaks with modules with nodes so that you can customize each one. What we played, they were just the streaks. That's what they were. You put them on. You also can't change them between classes. You lock in your specialist and your streaks before you start the match. You can change your classes, but you have the same streaks. None of the streaks were support streaks. Every last one of them you had to get a score chain or something like that. I keep wanting to say kill streaks just because that's the thing I've done for a long time, but when you die, they reset. Pretty straightforward. I'm sure a lot of you know how this works, so let me talk about the actual streaks. The UAV is back. It works the same as ever, really hasn't changed too much. It's pretty easy to shoot down in this one. It's been pretty easy to shoot down in most COD games, except I will add an asterisk for AW. Their little UAV drones are pretty small. They kind of look like DNA strands floating through the sky, so they're a little bit hard to shoot down. These are a little bit easier, very easy to take them down. I asked if there were dogs, and there are currently not dogs in the game, but the dogs have been replaced by something very much so like dogs. You might see this in the reveal trailer, but they have this, it kind of looks like a I don't know, a go-kart tire, except it's made out of metal and it has spikes on the side and spikes in the tire. They're like robotic wheels of death loaded with spikes, and they make terrifying sounds and they kind of roll all over the map. Again, you should see this in single player, but your dog streak are kind of like these drones you call in. A ship will fly over and just drop all of these little balls all over the map, and they just kind of roll around making horrifying grinding noises, and if you get relatively close to them, they'll nail you with spikes and kill you. Horrifying little things, scary. I tried to avoid them when I could. Not too many people called them in. So we're getting really scary like robots instead of dogs. There was an AI robot drone that nobody got this one. We weren't able to call it in. It looked kind of like a full-on person, kind of like you call it an extra person to the battlefield, like an extra Reaper, like just a drone. Nobody got it. I don't know exactly what it does. The stealth chopper is back under a different name. I truly don't remember the name, but it functioned almost the same. It's stealth. It comes in. It shoots people. It's an AI chopper. We've had this in Call of Duty games for a long time. But the one I want to talk about, the one that I do kind of hope stays in the final game, but maybe gets toned back a little bit, or I don't know, maybe it's worth it. It's called the Mothership. Ali A got this one like 3 times. How Ali A got the biggest kill streak in the entire game 3 times in a row when playing against all YouTubers, I don't know. I'm just gonna say maybe it's because I was on his team and supporting him all the way, but he did it. This is like the nastiest kill streak I've ever seen in my life. It summons a gigantic battleship in the sky. Think about Captain America helicarriers, except maybe about 1/3 to 1/4 of the size. I mean, this thing takes up like 1/4 to 1/3 of the sky. When you look up, it's a gigantic thing that flies in, and its primary weapon is something pretty similar to a chopper gunner turret. It just goes tut, 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 kills people pretty quickly. It can also fire rockets sporadically. It reminds me kind of like of a beefier Paladin from AW, except your bullets are instant. They don't kind of have to travel on the way to the ground. And it also comes with 2 empty seats so that teammates can join in on your side gunners. Now again, these aren't modules that you have to turn on or join into, kind of like on AW, but this thing just comes by default with 2 seats, and you can hop in and join on the side guns anytime. The side guns are kind of like the Black Ops 1 chopper gunner. They don't have a lot of auto aim, but you can definitely kill people with them. I got about 3 or 4 kills every time I hopped in the side guns, and it's very effective. The entire thing is extremely effective. It is ridiculously deadly, and you murder people with it. To shoot it down, you actually have to kill different parts of it. So I didn't get to do this very long because it was so deadly I died relatively quickly. My team almost shot it down. You have to take out the turrets, and then I think you have to take out the thrusters, like different parts of the lift, and then it'll go and crash. It takes quite a lot of effort to kill down. It's also very hard to get. This is like a 1600 point kill streak, or not kill streak, score streak if I'm not mistaken. I think it takes more points than anything in Black Ops 2, and again, I have no idea how Ali A got it, but this is the streak to fear. This thing is horrifying. If this comes on the map, you just need to find a little place to bunker down and hide, or you're going to have a bad time. As far as the overall Scorestreaks system, I will compare it to AW and Ghost. I feel that there are some improvements over AW in that all of the streaks feel useful. Some of the ones in AW aren't super useful, like the Goliath or some of the little things. All of the handful that I used were useful, so that's good. Compared to AW and Ghost, it does have a, I don't know if it's a good or a bad thing, but they're kind of hard to get. This might just be because I'm playing with a bunch of YouTubers that play Call of Duty all the time, so the competition was pretty high, but there weren't a whole lot of kill streaks going on. It wasn't like MW2 where it's just like kill streaks zooming in all over the map, all over the place. These I had to work for. Most people had to work for them. We didn't call them in all the time, so it'll be kind of like AW in that you won't see these things just constantly, you know, railing the map. That's not going to happen. That's actually, I think, a good thing about AW and Ghost to a lesser extent, is that you're just not constantly getting murdered from the sky like you were in MW3 or MW2. And guys, that's all for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you learned something useful. If you did, don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe, because I got a lot more Black Ops 3 videos coming. Drifter out.